What's up, YouTube? I'm Josh, and this is another episode of Beard Meets Flavor. Today, I'm going to try my hand at the old Minnesota classic, the Jucy Lucy. Super simple recipe as far as I can tell. I've never had one, never made one, but damn do they look good. So stick around, we'll try it out together. First thing we're going to do is take our schmeat. So I've got a pound of 80-20 ground. Pop that in there. I'm going to mix them by hand. So first thing I'm going to do is season. Now these things are super easy. They were invented in Minnesota at a place called Matt's in like the 1940s. So a little bit of history, burger history for you. A couple of healthy pinches of nice kosher salt. Yeah, we'll do one more because why not? And some black pepper. Okay, so then I'm just going to kind of, work the meat. Pro tip, don't overwork your meat. Because if you overwork your meat, it makes everything too compacted, and it could really dry out your burger. Also, I hear it can make you go blind. So just, be very careful with how much you work your meat, okay? So we've got our meat fairly well worked. I think the seasonings are, how you say, incorporated. Okay, so I'm going to make 4 patties. I'm trying to cook food here, and she's laughing. I don't know if it's about patties or meat work, or I just don't know. So we're going to kind of, I think that guy's a little beefy, a little too big. Okay, good. I don't know how she expects us to become like a top-rate show with this kind of amateurish shenanigans going on, So she's just over there laughing, and I'm supposed to keep a straight face, I guess, this whole thing. Whatever. So we've got our balls nice and rolled. I'm going to wash my hands, get rid of the meat juice or whatever, meat fat from my hands. Okay. We're working. So we'll get rid of that. Make sure you dry your hands on your pants. Very sanitary. All right, so now, out of here, I'm going to take some parchment paper. I'm going to take one of our schmeats here, get a nice, good round ball. I'm going to take another piece of parchment paper. Now, mind you, I've never done this before. I lived in Minnesota as a kid, and I don't know how I was not introduced to a Jucy Lucy because they look amazing. All right, so we want thinner than that. Probably going for like a 1/4 inch, because the key is you don't want the you want to have good meat to cheese ratio. Okay, that's pretty good, right? See, that's where we're at, about 1/4 inch. All right, so we'll do the same thing to another one of these guys. This top guy. You can kind of work it in a little concentric circle here to really get that meat nice and worked out. There we go. Perfect. All right, so I'm going to do this a couple more times, and we'll come right back with how we actually put these Jucy Lucy's together. Okay, so we got our flattened patties. Now we're just going to use some standard cheapo American cheese. I mean, if you want to get fancy and use something else, by all means, do you. But we're kind of doing the traditional Jucy Lucy, so we're just using standard American cheese. Melts really well. Tastes fantastic, so we're going for it. I'm going to take 2 pieces, and I'm going to kind of break them in half, and then quarter them. So we got cheese quarters, and then I'm going to kind of just see. You want to leave some room so I can put the edges together. That's not enough cheese, guys, right? Okay, so we're gonna see if we can get a full 2 slices of American cheese in here. Does that look like enough, or should we get more? No, that's enough, she says. Okay. All right. So that's it. Now, take our other patty. Put it over the top. Okay. And then, just like you were making like a dumpling of some kind, just tamp it down, tamp it down. Just going to kind of pinch the edges. You want to pinch them, obviously, so that way you don't want to have a blowout. You don't have a cheese blowout in the middle of everything. Okay. So, again, I've never done this before. So the chances of this working out perfectly, A, because it's my first time, B, because it's me, slim. But this is what you have now. A Trojan horse of cheese. Okay? So we're going to do that one more time. Then we'll start cooking some Jucy Lucy's. See if we suck or not. Okay. Here we go. So I got a cast iron. So the thing with this, because you've got 2 patties with stuff in the middle, you want to cook this a little more than you normally would. So you want to get a good sear, but you don't want it too hot because you don't want to burn the outside, leave the inside raw, that whole deal. So here we go. We got it kind of on a medium heat. There it is. That's what you want, just that sizzle. Follow the sizzle. Okay. Both patties doing their thing. Okay, and that's it. So we're going to wait for these bad boys to cook. We'll come back. We'll Jucy Lucy it. See how we did. All right, so we're going to flip these. Ooh. All right, so you get a nice, good crust on there. I can see a little cheese starting to peek out. So we're going to let these cook a little longer on this side and make some burgers. All right, so we've got some lightly toasted potato hamburger buns. Nice, fluffy, a little small. So traditionally, meat, bun, and pickles. So I did a nice traditional, this big fatty right here. Look at that bad boy. And then went a little more traditional. The wife likes ketchup and mayonnaise, so I did hers ketchup and mayonnaise. Now you can see we did have a little sealing issue, not too much, but we did have a little cheese loss. We'll go ahead and crown these kings. Take a look at that. Nice, perfectly cooked, ooey gooey delicious. We're going to shoot some B-roll, come back, we'll eat these bad boys. This is it. Our masterpiece is complete, and I finally get to try the old Minnesota classic, the Jucy Lucy. If you guys have stuck around this long, do us a favor. All I ask, like, subscribe, tell your friends to help the channel grow so we can keep bringing you more bangers like this. I did let these things cool down because I can only imagine that it's like liquid hot napalm inside there, and I'd like to save the roof of my mouth for later meals. I am salivating, so we're just going to get into this. It's time for the beard to meet the flavor. Look at that cheese dangler right there, and it's just juicy as all heck. So on this one, it's just bun, meat, pickles. Let's rock and roll. I'm drowning. Here we go. Raw. Oh, man. Woo! That I mean, let me tell you, I've been watching like Burger Scholar, stuff like that, looking at this burger. Looks amazing. Tastes incredible. Super juicy, super cheesy. Pickle adds a nice kind of brininess to it. That's all you need. That's a killer right there, guys. Easy to make. Do this. There's another one in the books. See you on the next one.